Okay, week 6 is a pretty straightforward week, and you're getting ready to really kind of crack down on your focus, and that's why it's very important that you read the week 5 reading from last week. Make sure you've done that. Learning to Trust, the 12th picture on the roll, and then go ahead week 6 and 7, start reading about finding sources, start reading about evaluating recording sources. This is from your textbook, and you're going to need these skills to accomplish the rest of this unit, all right? The whole point of that Bruce Ballinger essay is to, and I do this all the time, I take pictures all the time, and when I approach a subject, I take a picture right away, and then I kind of walk around and take another picture, and then I get closer and closer, take some more pictures, right? And it's very often the last picture I take that's the best one, because I finally kind of figured out what my focus is and exactly how I wanted to frame my topic. But I had to do this by approaching the topic, and that's why I'm causing you to approach your topic by doing the research, right? I'm not expecting you necessarily to know your focus right at this point. I'm expecting you to know your topic at this point. And that said, please make sure you've gone back to your topic paper, that you've looked at my comments, all right? There's a lecture, item 3.1, how to find my comments. It's critical. Please don't waste my time, your time, by not looking at my comments. I've commented on your focus paper, and I've commented in your journal, all right? It's very important you look at those. So that said, finding the focus, it's a process, and that's why I'm having you look at JSTOR. That's why I'm giving you the overview to the Helmke Library databases. That's why I'm having you look at EBSCOhost. And every time I create one of these lectures on how to use JSTOR or something, they change the interface. So it's really up to you to understand how to find these databases. You go to the index, upper right-hand corner of the Helmke Library homepage, and you can find JSTOR, you can find EBSCOhost, you can find CQ Researcher. Many of you are having kind of political type topics or topical topics that are in the news. CQ Researcher is wonderful. It begins with C, CQ Researcher. And you basically have to noodle around learning how to use these databases. Now, they don't work like Google. In Google, you can type in a long search phrase, a whole sentence, and get get a million hits. Although a million hits never does you any good. It's better to get 6 hits than 600 hits, let me tell you, guarantee you. Okay, so to use these databases effectively, you have to kind of create a list of keywords. What are the major words in your topics, all right? And then connect those into a short phrase connected by the word AND, capital AND. And what that does, I'm sure I've said this before, is so here's all the articles that have this one word in them, and here's all the articles that have this other word in them. AND, capital letters, connects the two, so where they overlap, they have both words in it, and that's the search for you. That's what you want. You want a focused search. The point is not to get a lot of articles. The point is to get a reasonable number of very well targeted articles. Okay, so basically you're going to have to learn to use these databases yourself. Please use the Ask the Librarian feature, item 4. I might have mentioned her in the previous unit. I probably shouldn't have because she's often not ready. Okay, but this is the unit where you can really use her. Please get it there frequently and often. Use that feature. It's worth some extra credit. She'll help you develop keywords, and she'll point you directly to the right database. And then if you have any trouble using that database, she'll try to walk you through it. But keep in mind, create search terms, a list of keywords. What are the major words that describe this topic? And then instead of these big long phrases or sentences that Google seems okay with, don't do that. Just simply connect 2 words by the capital word AND, and see how that search goes. And connect 2 others, then different pairings, and see how your searches go. So basically, finding your focus is a process. All right, you do the research, and pretty soon you find out, okay, this is what I really want to write about. You want to write about a tighter topic than your whole topic. Please don't try to cover evolution in 10 pages. Don't try to disprove it or prove it. 10 pages can't be done. Okay, you could talk about carbon dating in 10 pages, right? Or you could pick one area of the world where the glaciers have melted and what that proves, all right? Or you could talk about the oxygenation of the glaciers or the striation of the glaciers. That's fine. Or you could talk about the polar bear population, something like that. Don't try to prove or disprove global warming or evolution in 10 pages. Don't do that. So that's why focus is important. So the discussion of this week is basically causing you to do some more research. I keep trying to get you to do the elements of the course that lead you to the research paper. All right? And then you keep working on getting towards a more focused topic. That's what you're doing in week 6. All right? That's this week. So there's 2 major discussions this week. They're absolutely critical. I'll get in there and talk to you some. Then next week you do some more research. Next week you talk about immigration just as a critical thinking thing. I'll talk to you more about that next week. And then basically we're leading you up to your next major assignment, which is your journal at the end of the unit. and then another topic type paper, but I call it your focus discovery paper. All right, and so those are what's coming up next. You can check your calendar for the precise due dates. Please do that. Okay, that said, go ahead and bear down the discussions. They're absolutely critical for critical thinking. Please do not forget any of your discussions. All right, make sure you get in there early. Make sure you get in there often. I rely on those to keep you together as a learning community. Don't forget, we're community as learners, and those discussions serve as brainstorming. They actually help move you along on your paper. And just because somebody else's paper is different than yours, look at their research, okay? It may give you some ideas, just because their topic's different. It may give you some ideas where they find something. Oh, maybe I could find something there too, that kind of thing. So please rely on each other. That's the purpose of the discussion. It creates a community of learners. It helps further the conversation of research moving along. It helps talk about focus. There are many, many goals that are embedded within those discussions that are critical. Please stay on top of them. This is kind of a part of the semester where students sort of fall back on the fall out of the discussions. Don't do that. They help keep you focused. They help keep you moving. They help give you a sense of accomplishment. Okay, I'm rambling on. Have a great week. As usual, if you need to get a hold of me, please use your Blackboard mail. Works for me.